I think with the game plan Coach Harper gave us, I think we executed it pretty good, especially on the defensive end and stopping the shooters.
I feel like we worked really hard to rebound. We've been practicing that, and she's been putting emphasis on it, and I think we did really well doing that today.
Peanut, slow start, kind of, or not to conference play,
Mm.
and then the last couple of games, I mean, it looks like you of old all of a sudden. What's been the difference for you the last 2 games?
Honestly, we've just been shooting the ball more in practice, so I'm starting to get my rhythm back compared to the beginning of the season. So, yeah, just being consistent with shooting, I would say.
And then, Quinn, it seems like we noted on the broadcast that teams are resorting to fouling you to keep you from getting rebounds now. I mean, is that, is that equal parts like a compliment that that you're dominating them, but also at the same time, is it very frustrating for you, not because kind of the flow's getting broken up?
Yeah, it's extremely frustrating, and it's like the extra aggression is like very annoying for me, but it is a compliment, so I like to think that they can't guard me when they do that to me.
And then Ryan Holder on the broadcast mentioned too that your footwork has improved a lot, and then you're even being able to put the ball on the floor and drive a little bit, split defenders. Is that something you've been working on throughout the year, and is that something that you feel confident doing every time you get the ball in your hands?
Yes, during the summer I was working on being extra patient in the post, and that just made me more creative.
You mentioned defensively that you thought the game plan really was executed well. I mean, the last few games, you look at the Hampton game as well. I mean, the highest they scored tonight is 12. I mean, you hold them to single digits against Hampton in some quarters. What has it been defensively for you guys the last few games that it's just all been coming together and you've been able to really limit teams offensively?
Communicating, actually over communicating, just being really intense, putting more energy into defense than anything else. And like I said, we just, like Quinn kind of said, just being patient. Like, we're just patient on offense and defense. So, yeah.
You both have been around the CAA for a few years. Parity, right? Anyone can beat anybody any night. For you guys to come in after losing to Charleston and a tough one at Drexel to deal 2 kind of big blowout wins against opponents, what does that say message-wise to the rest of the CAA that you guys are able to put up numbers like this?
I don't know. We're just playing Towson basketball. If all my teammates are confident, yeah, every win's gonna be a blowout.
Quinn.
We're working hard, and we're gonna execute and follow our plan.
Really proud of this team putting together another 40-minute effort. Most importantly, I actually compare a lot to my national championship team from the team aspect of it, the spread, the balance. And I think they truly are buying into their roles and how important everyone is. So I'm just really proud of what they did, how hard they competed, how hard they fought, how physical they were. And, there's just certain equations that win basketball games, like we talked about earlier. You rebound, you defend, and you run. And it's pretty hard to be beat. And I think we did all 3 of those things masterfully well today.
Start of the game, Sky picks up 2 quick fouls.
Mm-hmm.
Takes some offense off the floor for a while, but then here comes Peanut, here comes Quinn. Immediately talk about balance. Just talk about the ability of the team to respond when Sky had to sit to the foul trouble.
For sure. Again, I just think that's how balanced offensively we are. And we practice a lot of different situations without Kylie, without Sky, without Quinn, just for moments like these. And I think it was a perfect segue. I think Mariah played big minutes in the first half, filling in for foul trouble, and she was conditioned and ready. And the level of the play just, sustained the same.
Peanut just mentioned that one of the keys was the execution of the defensive game plan was on point tonight. You look back at the Hampton game, similar thing, you limit them extremely offensively. What has it been the last couple of games defensively? We've seen it other times, but now you're putting consistent defensive performances together.
For sure. There's an emphasis on who are their top 2 or 3 scorers, how are they getting their shots, what can we do to make things difficult, how can we just get going based on getting stops. And I think just in showing them and telling them, and just our team buys into a tangible plan. So once, we tell them what we're doing, then we break it down. I think we do a pretty good job executing, and today was no different.
We asked Quinn, we mentioned that it seems like teams, especially tonight, are resorting to holding try to keep her from getting the ball on the rebound. I said like it has to be a compliment, but also is that frustrating? How do you help her handle that when she's kind of getting taken out of rhythm because she's being held, she's getting jostled around, going for the ball?
For sure. Well, it's funny because with Coach Kelly on maternity leave, she has me as her post coach. So every single day I'm on her arms, I'm pushing her, I'm holding them down, and I'm just like, it's like the game, right, Quinn? Like, you have to battle through. It's a physical game. And I truly think she's becoming more and more relentless to the pursuit of the basketball, and just her really keeping her cool, knowing that she's getting grabbed and, less and less reactions there.
And then offensively, she's starting to put the ball on the floor and drive a little bit. Ryan said if she's going to do that consistently now, no one's going to be able to stop her. How have you seen the offense develop for her as the year has gone on?
Again, I just keep going back to Coach Kelly in the beginning, and she was just, a lot of people don't know, she scored almost 3,000 points within 3 feet from the basket in college. So, and all of it was a tribute to footwork. And that's something that we continue to harp on, continue to rep. And now, just extending things out. We like to play in the elbow area. So, Quinn is working on those similar pivots that Kylie's working on. So there's really no different in her growth because she's just practicing them.
One of her most solid games that we've seen, definitely since conference play has started. Maybe not a lot offensively there, but was starting to show more confidence, grabbing the ball, going up. She's coming along now too, and I mean, with all that size, she's going to be tough to stop as well as the year goes on.
Exactly. Ty, again, is just one very close to my heart because, of our story. She committed to me at Coppin, came here right away. I believe in her, and I just think she needed this year. She needs the confidence. She just has to stay vertical and trust her strength. She's doing a lot of extra work with Coach Henry, and I think a lot of it is really starting to show.
Last thing for me, 39 points from the bench. I mean, how valuable is that, especially in a league as tough as the CAA?
When you can't choose who to stop or who to guard, you're utterly unstoppable, and that's what I told them. Everyone has a job, everyone has a role. That's why I try to intentionally play everyone when I can, so that you kind of keep everyone engaged. If we continue to have 39 bench points, I mean, I don't even know what to say in a day that Kylie didn't necessarily shoot, her normal Kylie 50% self. It was just great for everyone else to pick up the slack.
Talking about the first quarter, William and Mary held onto the lead for a little bit. How are you able to get your team to pull away like how they did?
I consistently say the game is not won or lost in the first quarter, so you just really have to withstand the runs and make sure you stay in it. The team that outlasts the other are the team that wins, and I just continue to give them confidence in their conditioning and their fitness that we're going to figure it out.
And then Rivera tonight, she had multiple team highs, 16 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists. How are you able to continue to use her abilities throughout the rest of the season?
The cool thing about Peanut is her versatility. Like I said earlier in the year, she is a point forward. She can do a little bit of everything. Just really giving her confidence and telling her how much we believe in her, and her value here, I think, is most important. She's a shooter. She truly is. I think she struggled a little bit early just because I think she was shooting too far back. Told her to take a step in. And once she took a step in, I think she's like, okay, you're right, Coach. This is more my range, not 4 feet behind the three-point line.
This was a really big in-conference win tonight, moving to 2-2 in conference. How do you plan on going forward in the season with only in-conference left?
Exactly. Again, a lot of my comparisons to them are just my own playing time at Maryland, my playing time in the pros, and it's like every single game is a conference game and an opportunity to win and move up in standing. So you really can't take it of the opponent. It's just, what's the game plan? What do you have to do to execute and move on? It's a business. And I'm trying to get them to understand the importance of sustaining things well every single game. So, Monmouth is no different. For me being a new coach, I just have to learn the teams of the league and figure out, their consistencies. I know they're very well coached, and it's a quick turnaround. We go on the bus tomorrow at 2 o'clock, we practice, and then we don't shoot around because we have a 1 o'clock game on Saturday.